Yes, yes. What's going on, guys? My name is Eddie Tranzcendent, and you're tuned in, either watching or listening to Tranzcendent Outlook, a podcast I put together to kind of share some of the good things happening around in my city and just in general. I think that there's a lot of good people, a lot of good organizations, a lot of great companies that are doing great things, and nobody's hearing about them. And so what I want to do with this podcast, as you guys already know, is kind of share a little bit about that through conversation. So today, you guys are gonna get to know a really good friend of mine that I think is super fucking talented. I think I don't think I know, and a lot of people know that. And this has been a long time coming because I grew up with this kid. Not a kid anymore. None of us are. But we grew up together, and it's been a long time coming. And so it brings me great pleasure to share with my audience, Iridio. And before we even get into the conversation, this podcast is probably going to be a little different because I think this is the first time that I've actually interviewed a musician or somebody who is on music. I've done a lot of podcasts about community stuff, community people in the community, doing community work. And a whole bunch of other topics, but with an actual musician, this is the first one. Even though I know a few people that do music, this is the first time that I sat down in the studio. So right now we're in the Platinum Room.
Platinum Recorders.
Platinum Recorders.
Shout out to Edwin.
Yeah, shout out to Edwin Ramos for letting us use the studio for this interview. You guys can see the backdrop; it's beautiful in here. But in any event, we'll get to all that later. What's going on with you, man?
Bro. I mean, thank you for having me, man. I'm just right now I'm chilling. It's actually a blessing to just be here because 3 years ago I wasn't, So it feels good to be back. I know a lot of people haven't really seen me. I've been low key, real quiet. I move in silence.
Yeah.
I learned that you can't really make too much noise before you execute. You have to, plan your things out, get them in order, and then just. I'm not talking no more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like now I'm just.
No, I've seen that because I'm following you on social media, and it's like we get a taste real quick.
Yes,
it's the best like
that's it.
And
because this time around, I'm coming different, and everything that I'm doing it the way I'm supposed to do it. See, before we were recording music, and it was fun. Everything was fun. That's still fun to me. I love this. This is my life. This is my career. I love doing music, and But before I felt like when we were making music and we were like dropping or whatever, we weren't really aiming at nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like grabbing a gun, loading it up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You got big bullets in this thing, right?
Yeah.
And you're shooting in the air and you're not aiming at nothing.
Yeah. You might hit something.
Yeah. People get lucky like that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is they don't really have a goal. Like, so with this second win that I got right now is like, bro.
Well, would you say that that's a strategy though? Because I feel like some people do use that as a strategy. I'm just gonna keep putting music out.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And whatever sticks.
And something might stick.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go off of that. And you hear stories all the time.
And let me tell you, that's actually a great strategy. Not saying that that's not something that I got in my artillery. I'm just saying that now I have an aim.
Yeah.
You feel me? Even if I use that same strategy you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Just drop me. That's cool. But now they're being dropped properly on these platforms and these places where people can actually go and look up Iridio, look up Eddie Tranzcendent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now they can go and find that. You type it in on Google, you're gonna see me, and that's kind of like that was something that when I was away, I paid attention to because I'm also looking for my own music as a consumer. I want to hear some of my stuff when I'm not, in my own comfort. So when I couldn't find some of my things, it blew my mind and it just gave me this, you know what? I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I got to change that. And that's how I built my strategy based off that. Like, I need the people that do want to hear my stuff to be able to find this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To find my music, to be able to listen to it and everything. That's why everything is so like, so airtight.
Now, does that come from like the fact that you're in your mid-30s? So does that come from experience? Kind of like trying some things, it's not working out, let's try something different?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the reason why you're taking this different route?
Excuse me. It comes from experience, but also it comes from, I've just been picking up a whole bunch of things from just people that I see that are successful and that are doing the things that I want to do.
Yeah.
And I always ask myself, like, well, all right, so what are they doing that I'm not?
Yeah.
So I look at those things, fill those gaps, and then now I move forward to the next thing I need to learn. And now it's like, not to say I have it all figured out, but just know I know what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's different when you're just kind of guessing it, you know, and you're kind of winging it. That was cool, bro. It was cool to do that.
Yeah.
But I know what I'm doing now. It's
Yeah.
like now there's no stopping, there's no excuses, there's no breaks. It's just a matter of just let's go.
Yeah.
One after the other.
All right. So and you say that you say now, that's what now. So obviously there was a before, there was a yesterday, right?
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about that. Who is Iridio? Like where do you come from?
So Iridio, you know, everybody that knows me well, around the way they know me as Tito. They know me as Hyphen. Those who know me as Tito, they know me as obviously probably like the same as many years as you've known me.
Yeah,
you know me as Tito, whatever, because that's what my nickname was. That's family oriented.
Of course.
Now the Hyphen, right? Hyphen comes from like, you know, I make music. And once I started to kind of like poke my head around the scene and kind of like you know, show that I'm also here and I also have talent or I also can do this, then that's when that kind of generated. Everybody kind of knows who Hyphen is or whatever the case. Yo, you know Hyphen, you heard Hyphen or whatever the case.
Yeah.
And that's cool. You know, it was a cool thing. It helped me. That was my foundation, you know, and that was the beginning stages of me developing who I was.
Now, is there a reason for Hyphen?
Well, Hyphen.
Because I've never asked you, but I was always like, yo, why Hyphen?
That is a dope question. So the funny thing about Hyphen is that it came from so many different things.
Okay.
So starting from the very beginning, when I first started to like write my first rhymes and stuff like that, I used to chill with like Five Fingers Productions.
I remember
5 Point, you know, Bamboo digging out. And I ain't never ashamed to shout out these dudes because they're a part of what I grew into. You know what I mean? I grew up on that. I was like listening to Wu-Tang and whatever. If you don't know who Smokey Brothers is and you wasn't from Bridgeport, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when I was chilling around them early on and catching on and learning little things, and I was writing my music in the beginning, they used to call me T-Rock. Mind you, like I said, my name is Tito from like family. So nobody's gonna call me Tito. So everybody used to call me T-Rock. And T-Rock was something that kind of stuck to me because I used to love all of Jay-Z's music.
Yeah.
So anything Jay-Z dropped, the Dynasty, whatever, when they did the whole Funk Flex thing, anything that had to do with like Rockefeller,
with
I was with that. So they you know, they kind of just, they gave me that name, you know, T-Rock. And for a while I rocked it, you know, little battles, little fucking, you know, just like, you know, I wasn't an artist, dude. I was just a rhymer. I was just rhyming, I was just rapping. It was different. But then as I grew and I started to kind of like get my pen sharp, T-Rock kind of turned into like T-Hyphen Rock, right? For a little while. Like I was transitioning, I was trying to figure myself out. And I didn't want like the rock part to be too attached to me anymore because it's like, you know, the rock is cool and everything, but you know, that's somebody else's shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know, I just wanted to be a little bit more original. So for a while, now, Focus will tell you I was T-Hyphen.
Yeah.
I was T-Hyphen. And it was just because of that little dash. It was T dash and then the rock. So I kind of like, you know, I'm writing a lot. So I'm just looking at the paper, just playing with like letters. I'm looking at the T-Hyphen and the rock. So I just cut the whole rock off. And I just seen the T with the little dash next to it. And I was like, what about T just hyphen?
Yeah.
And just like, I thought about just using the dash. Like whoever did that, T minus. It just looked kind of weird. But I was like, you know, T-Hyphen. And that's kind of like where that came from. I dropped the T completely and just I started calling myself Hyphen. And when I was in prison doing one of my bids, I created a alter ego, like a persona. And that's where Mr. Hyphen came from.
I remember,
And that's how, you know, when I came home, I went full-fledged into that, like, you know, that whole persona, like Mr. Hyphen, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Hyphen to you, like, you know, it was just a persona that kind of like grew into that, you know, that Mr. Hyphen just kind of grew into Hyphen, and it was just part of me.
Yeah. Now, when did you decide to start like really, like, when do you go from just hanging out to writing? Like, how did that happen? It just kind of, you saw people doing it, and you was like, yo, I want to do what they're doing, or?
Oh, what you mean, like from the beginning?
Yeah, from the beginning. You're a kid. I mean, you're a teenager.
So from the beginning, this is what drew me to write in the first place was the fact that people that I'm hanging around that are my neighbors or people that growing up around, like they rhyme.
Yeah.
They're rhymers. They got songs. They record and stuff. Like they go and they sit there with their mic and they kind of record music. And it's like they do it so fluently. And it's like, all right, I can rhyme a couple words, you know what I'm saying? But how do you get so good at it like that? And they kind of taught me that you got to write. The more you write, the better the better it gets.
Yeah.
So little by little, I just started writing things on a low. Nobody knew. I never spit them for nobody. I was too embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't one of them type of dudes that would come and just be like, yo, let me kick a 16 real quick. I wasn't like that.
Yeah.
I would write in the cut though. Be writing some stuff, boom, boom. And then once in a blue moon, when it's just me and Bams or me and Digger or me and Pippin, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Like we would like, I would kick my little secret flows to them.
Yeah.
And they'll tell me every time, like, dude, that's dope, blah, 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 whatever. So I was just thinking, man, they're being nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not that good. And eventually I just kept working at it. And then it became you know how people do like crossword puzzles?
Yeah.
And people do like Tetris. People do stuff like that. Well, music and writing became that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I got a second to myself. I need to kind of like escape. And it became that. And the more I did it and the more problems I had, the better the music was better.
Yeah.
Like, the music just kept speaking.
That was the content, right? So you picked out of that to be able to write.
Yes. So when I'm going through stuff or whatever, good stuff, bad stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way I get inspired to like write something.
Yeah.
Or something comes out of me or I want to touch that subject because that subject is dope, something that happened. And that's kind of where I base my music from.
Okay, no, that makes a lot of sense. Now, when did you start to get away from the imposter syndrome? Because that's what you're talking about. When you say that you said it, you in a room like this, maybe not like this, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you spit, and they're like, "Yo, this shit is dope."
Yeah.
And you're like, nah, they just being nice. That's the imposter syndrome.
Yeah. That's how it was for me in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, so I really was like that.
How do you get out of it? Because for us, even for me, sometimes I'm in a room where I was put in that room, and I'm like, yo, I don't think I belong in this room. Like it's crazy, right? So how did you get out of it?
So what happened with me was, and it's like it's a funny, it's not so funny at the time, but now it is because through my struggles, I learned how to turn a negative into a positive. So you'll put me in a room with 100 savages, and I could paint you a story of something totally different. You're looking at a bunch of savages. I'll show you these people actually have struggles. You know what I mean? So I kind of give you that. And the way I got out of that, just being like, oh, nah, I'm not that. The way I got out of that was crazy because I was in federal prison.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there. And I'm always in the music room. I'm always writing. I'm always in there. I'm always playing beats. And people used to see that.
Yeah.
And little by little, people used to pop into the room to ask, like, yo, man, can I just sit in and, just kind of vibe with you a little bit? And I was like, yeah. And I stopped being shy little by little because it was always a different person.
Yeah.
Just wanting to kind of vibe. So when they sit there and vibe with me, they're genuinely vibing.
Yeah.
Now they're not just kind of.
Yeah.
Now it became like, oh, shit, I want to hear more. So then tomorrow was probably two more people.
Yeah.
Then the day after, it got to the point where, and I kid you not, whoever was locked with me in Schuylkill, Minersville, Pennsylvania, they'll tell you, dude, I used to have that room so packed, I had to tell people, hold up, you got to wait for somebody to come out to come back in.
Yeah.
Because it was too many people in there. You know what I'm saying? So we're in a little ass room with a little MP3 player playing beats, and we're just literally having a huge cipher.
But hold on, paint that picture for me and for people who may be listening who never been locked up, right? Like I did like a few hours for some little whatever when you and I, what I mean, back in the day. Yeah. But some people ain't never really been locked up. So paint that picture for us. How does that look? Because I think that when we think about somebody being locked up, you think about somebody being in a cell. Yeah, sand down, metal toilet, like you know what I mean.
So when you're thinking about prison, they automatically they have that image painted into the people that have never been there.
Yeah.
So that subconsciously you're gonna understand, like, yo, that's a bad place. You don't want to.
You don't want to go. Yeah.
But for those who have unfortunately ended up in the system, whatever, we are forced into survival mode, like we have to learn how to adapt to that environment.
Yeah.
So we make the best of it. You have people in there that are, they got their doctrines.
Yeah.
They're smart. They got their masters, like people that are actually trying to better themselves.
Yeah.
And what better place to do that than somewhere where you're not distracted by anything?
No outside influences.
You have time to focus on you.
Yeah.
And that's what I did my whole time in jail was I exited the whole, oh, I'm in jail, stressing. I didn't use that. What I did was, I'm here. I need to do something with this time because when I'm home, there's no time for this. See how I thought? That's how I switched the narrative. So then I made it so that I'm anxious to go home. But now I'm even more anxious because I have a plan. I have a goal. I have something that I'm set on. So little by little, my little fears, my stage frights, my not being, being shy around people when I write, that kind of stopped when I was in the feds because I was around nothing but men. Everything is everything is serious. You have your moments and stuff like that where everything's cool. But it's a serious situation, man, and nobody's there to play around. So now you have people that are not gonna like cater to how you feel. So if you suck,
they're gonna let you know.
They're gonna tell you suck. So 4th of July, they had a concert in the yard, and I was in the concert. I was performing with like 3 different groups because that's how I am. I do music. I'm with the Jamaicans over here. I'm with these people over here. I'm with the Spanish poppies over here too. Don't get it messed up. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I that's how I am. So when we did that concert and I performed, after I was done, that I had like the whole freaking Connecticut car right there hanging out. I got all my brothers behind them. And you got people that are from all over the country that don't know you. Fucking with your shit, bro. Something's up. So I kind of started to take it serious when I have serious people telling me their honest opinion. So it was different. I started to just kind of like, okay, I don't need validation no more. I know I got something. I'm sharp. Let me keep working at it. And I just kept doing that. And little by little, it's just when I came, like I was performing in there. So when I came home, it was nothing to jump on that stage. Like, at first, sorry.
No, you go.
At first, I was a little, you get the little shakes a little bit because you're not used to it. But after a while, it's like riding a bike, bro.
So that's kind of like how you got into it and well, how you got started with it and how you got better. When do you say this is what I want to do? Like this is it. Like I don't want to 9 to 5. I mean, of course, just 9 to 5 to be able to support yourself, whatever. But like the big dream is to be able to do that. When does that become it?
Honestly, it's still kind of not that for me.
Oh, okay.
It's not. Yeah, like for a lot of people, it's more like, oh my God, like yo, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it. Da da da. Honestly, what drives me is self, right? For self, just a self thought. I just want to be able to say I did it, and if it doesn't work out, I tried. That's it. I could live with that. I can't be the person who 10 years from now
I should have, would have.
And it's like, it's like I didn't do it. So how can I should have, would have? You know what I'm saying? So at least even if I fail, even if it doesn't work out, I don't care.
So then what is success to you? Are you already there?
No. I'm not there yet. And I say that because I'm not stable in my life right now. I'm not in a stable situation. So I don't feel like I'm successful yet. I'll be successful.
Come a little closer to the mic.
I'm sorry.
Like stable, like financially, just
well, I mean, financials, that's a big part.
Of course,
like, we need that, but it's also just like
but even though we need it, obviously we need money.
Yes.
But there's a piece of life where like
I could give you all the money in the world right now, and there's still gonna be something missing in your life.
Of course, yeah. So
my thing is the money is not primary to me. It's it's a little bit in the back. My biggest thing is like I got kids now. You know what I'm saying? And then I got kids that have goals. And have dreams. So it kind of brings you to a place where I'm actually at a place where, soon after I try to do what I got to do on my end, and it becomes a moment where, people always ask themselves this, as far as like musicians or whatever. They're like, yo, all right, so when is old enough? Like when is enough? Like you're freaking 40 years old. You're still doing this. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? So I'm already accepting the fact that, all right, so if it doesn't work out for me, and it's not gonna work out for me, I'm already good with that, because like I have kids, bro. They have goals and dreams too.
Yeah.
I got 2 of my kids that love this music shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They love it. And genuinely they love it. Then I got my daughters, like they, one of them wants to dance. It's like I have other things that I could focus on. So I'm not, that's success to me.
Yeah.
Success is just having my kids happy and they're straight and they don't have to worry about the stuff that we worried about growing up.
Yeah.
That's my success.
Yeah.
My family, just kind of having everybody where nobody has to worry about. Everybody has a situation in their life with their families where they're going through something, and sometimes you can't help them because you're going through something too.
Yeah.
So if I could be in a position where I'm straight, my family's straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, that's it. I take that all the way.
No, of course. And I mean, I definitely agree with that 100%. Now, when you talk about family, you got a big family. Like, even before the kids, even before any of that, like,
it's 8 of us.
It's a whole bunch of y'all. 2 girls, 6 boys. And are you the oldest, or your sister's older than you?
Well, for years everybody thought I was the oldest, but my sister's older than me.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Yeah.
My sister's older than me. She got me by like 2 years.
Okay. So it's her, and it's you, and then there's a whole bunch of y'all.
And then there's a whole bunch of boys.
And then the youngest one.
Yeah, my mom started with it. My mom and dad started with a girl,
and there was a girl. Yeah. And your youngest sister. Boy, I remember picking her up. I used to go to pick you up or to come chill, and she was like, "Eddie, little girl, whatever." And now she's like 21. I think she was 21, right? 22. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She was born in 2000, so
that's
it's
crazy.
Easy to keep track of her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what year are we on? 22.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, she's 22.
So as the older brother, and we talked about this earlier before we started recording. As the older brother, do you feel any pressure? Like, has there been pressure on you? Like, to be able not to produce for them, but to be able to set a standard, or to be successful, like we just talked about, so that they can see it.
Yes, well, absolutely, and you know what? That's a good that we was talking about it earlier, and now that the way you worded it this time actually even expands what we was talking about earlier, because it does, man. I got a lot of brothers, so for a long time, growing up, I didn't realize that what I do reflects. So they're gonna see that. They're gonna want to be that. I want to be a doctor. They're gonna want to be a doctor.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? And those little things didn't come into fruition until after. So once it started to dawn on me, obviously, because I'm a little older, I have more experience. I've been around a lot of older people growing up. You know what I mean? So I kind of grew up a lot faster.
Yeah.
So for a long time, my brothers wouldn't know, but I'm kind of guiding them without guiding them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it hurts me sometimes, because as an older brother, sometimes you don't want to fail and you don't want to accept you failed.
Yeah.
But sometimes I feel like I failed sometimes, because when they get into things, or when they get into situations, or they going through something, and I look at it and I'm like, damn, it's because of what they probably saw me doing, or how I was being, or how I was moving. That bothers me, because it feels like it came from me.
Yeah.
That's where they got it from.
Yeah.
You ever seen like kids like, yo, why are you acting like that? Where'd they get that from?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I'm looking at myself, the man in the mirror, like, damn. So I had to change my ways. And little by little, they kind of seen what I wanted and how I wanted to be and where I wanted my life to be at. They kind of saw that and they reached for it.
Yeah.
So I'm reaching for the stars and they grab a hold of the moon.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. So like now, like the pressure still be on sometimes, because you got a bunch of brothers. So, different personalities, emotions, feelings. So whenever they're going through something and then the other one's going through, it's like you got a whole lot going on. So I'm trying to be the ear for you, the shoulder for you.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I forget about myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that be the toughest parts, because now I got these things bottled in, all these problems I'm getting from my family. Then I got my own family.
Yeah.
And then it's like I'm dealing with all of that, and sometimes I don't take a second.
Yeah, it's like who helps the helper, like, you know what I mean? And like I'm the one that people are talking to, but who listens to me when I need somebody to talk to, Yeah. Although I know your brothers, and I know that they'll sit down with you and listen to you as well.
My brother,
like, you know what I mean?
That's the thing. Through the years, as we grew, when you talked about like the pressures and stuff like that, I think I applied pressure to my brothers, and that pressure got applied to the family.
Yeah.
Just kind of like a natural thing on, let's tighten up.
Yeah.
Let's get closer.
Yeah.
Because we really all we got if everything was to go to shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you kind of like, you know, you plant that seed in there and it grows, and it grows beautifully. And you know, me and my brothers, we hang out like every single day, you know.
Yeah.
My brother Chris, he's in Daysville. He's a little far from us.
Yeah.
And now, after having a conversation with him yesterday, like we gotta make time.
Yeah.
To make sure that we're there for him as well, because he's all the way over there.
Mm-hmm.
So me as the big brother, I think about all these things.
Yeah.
I may not, you know, voice them or vocal them like you know, some people don't really like to talk too much because I got a lot of shit going on myself. And but I think about my brother, like, because he's over there, I think about him the most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know. You know, people suffer with mental health situations. People suffer with just stress and depression and stuff like that. And I don't ever want to feel like my brother's going through something and I don't know about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like I want to know so that I could somehow help or be there to guide or give you advice or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Everybody goes through something, but you know what? 90% of the time, you're gonna meet somebody that went through something just like that.
Oh no, of course.
That can help you.
Of course.
You know
no, of course.
So,
no, yeah.
And I'm not proud of it, but I've been through mad shit.
Yeah.
So like my brothers, like every single one of them, because even Hove, like people be thinking Hove is like older than me and shit. That fucking so big. But even Hove, you know, he'll come see Big Bro, and if something's bothering him, and he knows that I'm familiar with the situation or the subject. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I mean, I feel like whenever, and it's been a long time since I've been around all of y'all, but whenever I am around all of y'all, or even when I'm around them and you're not around, there's always something there of like big brother, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like a respect there.
You can see the structure there still.
And I've been seeing it since before you were seeing it, because when I used to come pick you up, I used to see how they was like, yo, and you was like, nah, you ain't coming with us, like, you know what I mean? Because we was about to go.
Yeah, we out. You stay here.
And they wanted to be with you, and they wanted to like emulate you and be like you, like, you know what I mean?
And that's what pushed and forced me to kind of like watch what I do as well. Like that's what, and you know, it kept me out of trouble too, trying to keep them out of trouble. Yeah. A lot of the trouble will be because of, you know, probably like my little brothers or something, or, you know, whatever the issues is. And that kind of helped me grow. Yeah. It did. Because when my father passed away in 2009, I had to kind of fill those shoes quickly too, like, because it kind of happened sudden. So it was like, and you know, sometimes I don't feel like anybody kind of thinks like, damn, you know, the pressure I was going through at the time, like, you know, dude, like I went through some shit the day of that. Yeah. So it was like,
no, I remember that time. Yeah. I remember the funeral. I remember the whole. I drove up to Mass to pick up Hove.
Remember? We went to go pick up Hove from the halfway house.
For the halfway house, yeah. And then we had to bring him back.
Then we had to,
because they were like, yo, you only got a certain amount of time, and you got to come right back.
But it was cool that they let him out.
Yeah.
Because usually they sending them with COs and stuff like that. They're not gonna.
They legit let him come with me, like I was somebody. Like what?
Go ahead, you're with the president.
Yeah. Like that's crazy, man.
But it was dope.
But I remember that. I remember that shit.
It was a great thing that we was able to do that. Yeah. Because I didn't want him to feel left out. Yeah. He was in prison, and we just lost our dad. Yeah. Like, I can't even begin to think what was going through his mind in there. Yeah. Because I was out here, and that shit was like, you know?
Yeah. No, definitely.
Like, whenever they go through something, bro, I feel it.
Yeah. No, I believe it. And when you go through your shit, they go through it too. Yeah. I mean, they might laugh and talk shit like, this dude, man.
This nigga.
Like, well, otra vez, man, you know, whatever. Because I be talking to them, and they're like, yeah, man, you know. I be like, yo, I haven't seen Tito in a minute. You know, man.
you know,
man, you know.
Yeah.
But the love is there. Now, but you mentioned your little brother. He does music.
Yeah,
right.
Baby. Yeah.
So it's
Kamikaze.
Yeah. He's still doing music. I haven't seen anything in a little minute.
Well, my brother's I believe my brother has a lot of things in his archive, a lot of things in the works. He doesn't have the time.
Yeah.
See, like we all have like the luxury of having a couple little hours to ourselves.
Yeah.
He really just don't be having time. He goes from one job, he goes home, takes a shower, he takes a shower, go to sleep, wakes up, goes to the next job. Like, you know what I mean? He has a constant rotation that he has his kids and his family to, you know, kind of take care of. And also he's in the area where they don't really have like, they don't have this, bro.
Yeah.
They don't have nothing like this, nothing close to this, not even a rinky dink this, nothing. Like, so he literally has to like, you know, just kind of practice and do things on his own, on his phone, and just kind of like, you know, just keep working on his craft. But I know for a fact, put him in the studio for a couple hours, that kid's gonna just start.
He's gonna go.
Yeah, because last time I remember the last time, this was before I went to prison. I brought him to Aces. To next level production, and my brother, like, he blew my mind. I'm like, look at this fucking nigga, bro. Where you come from with this shit? You know, his melodies, his subjects on the content was like so dope. Like, he just had a different perspective of things, and I like that because when I originally got my brother into music, like, I didn't think it was gonna be like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted him to kind of get into something. You know, I kind of wanted my brothers to just kind of get into some type of hobby, something. You know, everybody kind of got their thing. John got the whole, you know, wrestling thing. You know, you got this right here, and you know, whatever, and everything else. And everybody kind of got their little things, like Omar HVAC and all this crazy. He bikes, motorcycles, like, you know, everybody has their little things. So,
I forgot about that. Yeah.
So Bebby, Bebby didn't really like, you know, and he took this all the way to heart.
Yeah.
So now music is like a part of his life, and he, like, you know, he done sat there and really told me like, yo, bro, man, fucking appreciate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like, years later, the nigga's an animal. Like, you know, he's a beast. So it's like, I can't wait to like hear, like, you know, his little project and get his little thing together and hear something like dope.
No, that's what's up. Now, moving right along. I've been supporting your shit for a minute. Like, I've been supporting you.
Yeah.
And your music, and I mean, you know, going to clubs and you know, whatever, like, just, you know, and I think part of the reason is because, like, I feel like you don't just do music, but you are music. Like, you are hip hop, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, when I think about you and when I think about like City, who I'm going to be interviewing soon, hopefully, you guys are hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, not just the music, like breakdancing.
Shout out City Tower.
Yeah, shout out City.
Little bro right there.
Yo, like, breakdancing, like graffiti, like,
now you're talking about the culture.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So you are hip hop, you know, and so I, you know, we don't have a lot of time in the interview, but I wanted to talk about that a little bit because I feel like that was before this.
That was before.
Like, before this, you was doing windmills and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then after that, we was out there.
People don't know.
We was out there
you
spraying,
was around for that.
We was out there spraying stuff up.
I could bring it back to, you want to talk about culture and hip hop, dude. You can't say we wasn't that. Were we not doing graffiti?
That's what I'm saying.
Break dancing. I remember you had Technique turntables.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. You was about to be a DJ.
No, I'm telling you,
and like we were into that. We were into that. Like, literally, that's how we grew up.
Yeah.
Listening to good music, good feel music. Like, now, you know, the music changed and it's different. Not saying that it's bad. It's just not what we used to.
Yeah.
It still has a message, but it's not like it was before. Yes, I think before the music had more of a poetry thing to it. Like, you know, it's like
but I just heard some of your son stuff a little while ago in the back. And I feel like it was like today with a little bit of yesterday. Like, you know what I mean?
I taught my son to always show homage to what started.
Yeah.
So my son is like, he adapts really quickly into the thought of, you know, you make music for people now and the kids now, and that's cool. But once in a while, throw a little something that's gonna make me smile, or make me like, oh wow, he's talking about Biggie, like, you know. And it's like it'd be rare because you're 17 years old, bro. Like, you weren't around for the Biggie era, but you appreciate the culture, you know what I mean?
Well, the sound, it sounded like today's stuff, but the lyrics, like, there was some real like
heartfult.
Yeah.
Like, you see how he has a little message in there. He's talking about something.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
A lot of people don't be having stuff to say. Yo, me, Focus, and Tony Prices, not so long ago, we was riding. I played my son music just like I did for you. I was like, yo, I'm a fan of my son, bro. And it's not because he's my son. Like, I genuinely, like, my son got it, you know? And I'm playing it, and they're like, yo, yo, he's 17, bro. He got so much to say.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we're running out of stuff, and these kids are charged up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's different. But now, just kind of watching him and seeing him develop and evolve, it's like, this little dude, like, you know what I mean? And he gets it. Like, he understands.
Now, going from the breaking to the graffiti, because I think it went in that order first, right?
Yep.
You was breaking first, and he's in the graffiti, and then you get more into the music or whatever.
Yep.
Did it feel like music was just the next thing to do?
Well, you know what? I love music since the beginning.
Okay.
I've always listened to music, Spanish music. I've always been listening to music my whole life. I mean, I grew up in a Spanish household.
Yeah.
So everything in música.
Yeah.
Like, everything is music. So I think music was just a part of it the whole time. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I'm sitting at the house and I'm drawing and I'm tagging something, I'm listening to music.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting there breakdancing,
you're listening.
I'm listening to music.
Yeah.
Like, so music was just always there. It's just I got to the point where now I kind of want to create my own music and vibe to my own, things and whatever the case may be. And I just got curious. And really it started with just the lyrics. It had nothing to do with beats. Like today, everything is a beat, whatever. Like, nah, before it was like, yo, if you hear say some real shit, then people are gonna respect you because you said some real shit. You know, and that's how the music was at the time. And that's what drew me in.
Yeah.
Like I had stuff to say. I had things that I wanted to get off my chest. And when I learned how to rhyme and stuff and how to express it a certain way to where you feel it like, dude, I felt that. Now I'm playing with feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's music, but it's feelings now. Like, you get a little bit of how I'm feeling and how I see things.
Yeah. So and when we talk about names, because we were talking about Hyphen earlier, and obviously I introduced you as Iridio, right?
Yes.
So we got the different names. And you said something interesting before we went on before we started recording. You talked about just having different ¿cómo se llama? Personalities, personas.
Yeah, like I have two alter egos. Like, I have Iridio, el Capitán de los Bú,
and that's more Spanish. Yeah,
that's my Spanish. And, and it helps me kind of. I have OCD a little bit, so it just people are like, why don't you just mesh everything into one? And I'm like, yeah, but I'm an organized freak, so I kind of want the Spanish with the Spanish, the English with the English, and once in a while I mesh them, and it sounds incredible, and it's like. It keeps me sharp on both.
Yeah.
If I start meshing them, I feel like I might lose a little bit from here or here, and I don't want to do that. So I mesh them when I want, but usually I try to keep the English with the English, the Spanish with the Spanish, because it's two different fan bases.
Yeah.
Like people that like my English stuff don't necessarily like fuck with my Spanish stuff.
Yeah.
Not because they don't fuck with it. It's just that's not their type of music.
Yeah.
So I make music for those people.
Yeah.
And then the Spanish people, they love my Spanish stuff because I give them, you know what I mean, what they like. So I kind of I keep them separate. Yeah, I got two different $1 Million Hyphen and Iridio. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just people have that all the time. I don't feel like it's.
But when I listen to Reality Check, the first one, you have some of that pun kind of like it's English, right? But you throw in the Spanish words.
Little Spanish in there. Yeah, I meshed that. Throw little something in there. Just kind of remind you. Like I like to put little reminders of. You're not listening to somebody that, you typically, I'm Spanish, you know what I mean? I'm a hood dude, but I'm a Spanish guy at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Because some people confused me and thought I was like, nah, I'm Spanish. Some people say I'm Dominican. No, I'm Spanish.
Yeah.
And that's why when I rhyme, sometimes I throw a little poppy in there, man. Let me show them the poppy.
Is anybody doing that these days? Because pun was doing that, right?
Right now it's a thing. Right now, if you listen to these Latin trap artists and these Latin songs that are being made now, you're hearing them every single day. It's a full Latin record, but they're saying English stuff.
Yeah.
Because English is now not a secondary language. It's almost like it's primary. Like everybody knows English. Yeah. And even people that don't understand Spanish, they know something in Spanish.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I do my English songs, I'll say something that even someone that never spoke Spanish knows what that means. Papa or whatever, or potato or tomate. Or, like you know what I'm saying, even though you don't speak Spanish. You know what I mean? So I try to do that sometimes. I throw that in there.
Man, how much, and this is something I always wanted to ask you because like how much of like your fan base and the people who listen to you, how much, and you might say, I don't know, but to you, how much of it is like your charisma? Because I felt like forever you've always had like this charisma where you draw people.
Yeah.
Like not just women, like men. Yeah. Like my mom loves you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, Tito. Like you know what I mean? Like
that's my heart.
And we go out and like all kinds of people, like, and not just Latino, Moreno. It doesn't matter who they are.
Yeah.
That's like, you know what I mean? You got this draw that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember it from the first time we met. I don't know if you remember though. We met on Park Avenue. We met at Park Ave. I'm gonna tell you how we met. I used to chill hard body with Rick. You know Rick.
Rick,
right?
That's my guy.
So me and Rick, we said, man, he's still my guy. And we used to get together and go ride bike. And we about to go ride. And I remember one day, I was like, yo, where we going? He said, oh, we about to go to Seaside, but we're gonna stop by and pick up my boy Tito. And I was like, who? And whatever. So we went and we go to Park Ave. Yeah. And you was on Park Ave. And like, yo, come on. And then you came on your bike, and then that was it. And then you and I kind of hooked up. And we kind of like let go of Rick, like, and then we and you started chilling.
I think what happened was we used to pop up to Rick's house.
Okay.
And Rick, he used to take forever to get ready and all of that. And then we'll be waiting outside on our bike or whatever. And I remember that because that's how I met Tito.
Exactly.
I met you guys through Rick.
Yeah, exactly.
Joey.
Joey. Yeah, exactly.
It was
Jimmy, Aaron, and like all these dudes. Yeah. So
yo, we was the crew for real.
So how much of it is your charisma? Like I feel like you have this charisma where like I don't know that you have enemies like that unless they was built on something else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't. I try not to make enemies. Enemies are made just through
But you know how sometimes you see somebody and you're like, yo, I don't like that dude. Why you don't like him? I don't know, man. I just don't like that dude. I feel like you never had that.
Yeah.
I feel like it was always like, yo, I like that dude. I don't know him, but he seems like a cool dude.
Cool dude, yeah. And you know what? I think it has a lot to do with like from the first day we met.
Yeah.
I think I'm still the same dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Even with you, like anybody, like I think my dad taught me something that was valuable years ago. Like you want to be that same person.
Yeah.
Every time I see you, you're gonna be like, "Yo, fucking Tito, like, you know fucking Tito, like, yo, this dude, like, So that's, I think, the fact that I'm like that with everybody that I meet and I network with or whatever. I think that I always try to. How can I explain it? Like, I try to make it a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
If we're gonna be friends, associates, we're gonna network on music, whatever. I want to have some type of link to you, so I might pop up on you on a random, and just hang out with you, just for like a few hours. And that alone is like, damn, T's cool. He actually pulled up on me and chilled with me and we kicked it for a while. Like, and we was listening to this or what. And that's how I am. I was like that even when, when I was in the street, with people that used to be around me. Like I had a whole bunch of people that would ride and die for me. And I can't say that unless I know you. Like, I gotta be able to feel that. So a lot of people that I got close to, I always made sure that if there was ever a situation where something's gonna go down, I want you to know that I'm here. Yeah. If I call you a friend, I'm here. We're friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna leave you for that.
So would you say? Because I think it is when I think about artists, when I think about the people who I like, who I watch, who I listen to. Would you see that as like a superpower of being an artist, like just being able to have that? Because I feel like not everybody has that. Some people have skill, and they're great. But they don't really got that charisma that I feel like you have to be able to draw people in. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people still figuring themselves out. Yeah. So they eventually they will grow into their self where now they feel where they can, talk and socialize with people. I know people that are great artists and they're dope people. And the reason they're not where they're supposed to be in today's music is because they're really just kind of like in their own way. Yeah. And the reason they're in their own way is because they don't really mess with everybody and they don't talk to everybody. It's like, they kind of keep to themselves all the time. And it's like, yo, in this game, in this music thing, like you can't be like that because you're shutting doors without even opening them. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're closing them for yourself because now you're giving people this energy where like, I don't know, it's something about him. Yeah. And I don't give people that. I give people yo, boom, boom, you want to work? When? Such date? 10 o'clock, I'm there. Like that's the way I am. Yeah. Yeah, no, always been like that.
Now let's get into music, man. What you working on? I came in here today. I came here this morning. And you was like, yo, you was sending music to Edwin. Like, yo, man, we got something. We got something cooking right now. So it's something in the oven.
Yeah, I haven't even. I'm not.
I mean, can we talk about it? Because if we can't talk about it,
we could talk about some of, you mean we could talk about some of the stuff, like, absolutely, like, so I definitely got this project that I'm doing. I'm trying to wrap it up, so that's why you see us here.
Yeah.
We're gonna be here till like probably 7 o'clock, and I'm just getting I'm getting this project together. Just know that we like, we're close to the end, and by project I mean, like, this is like an album, man. This is something that's gonna be real close to me, because I've been waiting to do my Spanish thing for so long.
Yeah.
I've done my English thing.
So this is all Spanish?
All Spanish.
So reality check was English. I think it was all English, was it?
Yeah, reality check was all English.
And reality check 2 is English as well. But this ain't this is not it.
This is Iridio, pa.
Oh, so there was 2 different things we was talking about, because we came in and you was okay, all right.
I was showing you the songs with my son, and I said, yo, reality check 2 is gonna be crazy.
Okay, got it.
Right after I'm done doing what I'm doing with this, I'm going right back to that. Right?
All right.
I'm still gonna be bouncing back and forth. But I just want to go project by project. Like, so right now, my project with the Spanish thing is like, it's something for me. Like, I feel like this is an accomplishment.
Yeah.
So I just I want to indulge in that in that feeling, like, yo, like, I did it. I said I was gonna put out a project, and this album's gonna be the fucking one.
This is like trap, like the Spanish trap.
I got a little bit of everything in it.
Okay.
By everything I mean, like, there's gonna be songs where you're not really gonna hear no rapping.
Yeah.
And then you got songs where you're not gonna hear no rap like that. You might hear a trap like this, drill, or you might hear me, like, singing.
Yeah.
And like, I'm coming real different with this. Like, I felt, this is why I was so adamant of, like, yo, I'm just gonna move forward and just put out a project.
Yeah.
And because these are some of the goals that I want to check off anyways.
Yeah.
It's trial and error, man. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm happy with myself, and this is an accomplishment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put out some heat, and I'm putting out some of, like, the dopest shit I got.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go all the way.
The Spanish, like, I feel like that genre, the Spanish music, it's crazy. It's crazier today than it's ever been.
And I've been telling people for how long?
I know. But it's so crazy right now. And you have artists that stick to one, and artists that stick to another, and then you got versatile artists, right?
Yeah.
Like a Farruko, right?
Yeah.
He could sing. He could. I mean, the dude's a beast.
That dude does everything,
right? And he reminds me like a new version of like a Don Omar.
Yeah.
Who could do it? Te tira una bachata. Te tira un reggaeton.
Te puede tirar un maleanteo por acá.
That's what I'm saying, right?
And he gets crazy.
So he's whatever. So and when I watch a lot of interviews with a lot of these guys, and some of them they're like, nah, like they're like strict, just that one.
This is my lane.
Yeah, that's it. Like they don't want to.
I only do rap. And there's people that only do rap. You know what I'm saying? I only do trap, and I only do trap.
So are you're more of like,
yo, before I used to call myself a rapper, then I called myself a lyricist, and then I called myself all these different things, and now I can say that I'm a recording artist, bro. Like, I could go in the studio and make some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at with it. Is it what genre is it? I can't tell you what genre I'm in, because I'm in every single genre that feels right for me. Whatever emotion or feeling I'm feeling at the time, and that's moving me, that's where I'm going. So if I listen to a rock record right now and something inside me starts, like, bouncing around, bro, I'm gonna do it. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't set myself to just one, but can I do it? Absolutely.
So when you see a Bad Bunny, right, and his last record, it's like it's all over the place, not in a bad way.
Everywhere. No,
it's all over the place, right? And then just recently, like a week ago, Raul Alejandro dropped, and his stuff is crazy. I don't know if you heard it yet.
But that's what I'm saying.
But he's like he has freestyle in there.
Everything. But that's what I'm saying. Like, not in this day and age, like, especially with the Latin stuff, like, yo, we got so much we can do.
Yeah.
So much. Like, but remember, a lot of the Spanish stuff at first was like, you hear salsa.
Yeah.
You hear merengue.
Yeah.
You hear bachata.
Yeah.
You hear this, that, and the third. The rap thing was just rap.
Yeah.
For a long time, rap was just rap. Then it was that little reggaeton rap, like, maleanteo and stuff like that. But now it evolved into, like, dude, we can do anything.
Yeah.
Put my Spanish lyrics over any beat.
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff I'm on.
Like,
it's like, I can show you, like, you play anything.
What motivates you? Like, I think we've heard earlier about what inspires you.
Yeah.
And that's already set in stone. I get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what motivates you? Because for me, like I've said this before a million times. People who listen to me on a regular basis, motivation and inspiration are two different things.
Yeah.
Right. The inspiration comes from within, from who you are, from how you feel, and you can never lose that.
Yeah,
like no matter what happens, if you're doing a session and you feel a little like, I just yo Ed, give me a second, and you can find it. You know, you can you dig deep and like, all right, I'm ready to go. But what motivates you? Motivation is more like it comes from the outside.
Yeah. What motivates me is whenever I'm playing a record or something that I did or is fresh and is recent, it's like, and I hear someone that just never heard it go like, yo, who's that?
Yeah.
Yo, that's fire. And when they start doing that, that gets me going. Yo, you little does he know, I'm writing another one tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that drives me. It really does. It motivates me every time somebody listens to some of my stuff, and I think more than just strangers and people that I don't know listening and being like at awe or shocked or like, oh my God, I'm blown away. It's really like when I hear my kids tell me, Dad, that's my favorite. Or one of my songs, like, for my daughters are 5 and 6. So when I got my daughter telling me, Dad, can you play my song? Like, and I'm like, what song is that? And she tells me like what song it is. It's one of mine. What? And my son is the same way. Like my son, he's a super cool, like, like my son Jaden is super cool. He's a cool kid, you know what I mean? And whenever I hear him tell me like that, like, I really like this record. Or that one, that's crazy. Like when he does that, it means something to me because I know he's not lying.
Bro.
You know what I mean? I know he's not lying to me because I'm not because I'm his dad, because he knows how I am. He's like dead serious. So whenever I hear that my kids like one, I know that's one. I know I got something there. You know, my kids, and I got nephews and nieces. And then whenever I see that they're all kind of like, and that's my little audience behind the scenes. That listening party, I go listen in the living room with my kids and stuff and see what they like, and I go off of that.
Now, what I've noticed too throughout the years is that you don't let negativity affect you, right? Like you don't let the bad talk, you don't let like the bad things happening to you, whether you caused it or not. You never let that, whatever. And I think that, some of the people listening, they may be able to, you may be able to help them by maybe talking about a little bit about how not to let the negativity affect you, even if that negativity means a 3-year pause. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta make the best out of your situation no matter how it's thrown at you. Like that's why they'd say, oh, they threw lemons and I made lemonade. So you gotta literally apply that to your life. And I had to, I was sitting in prisons writing songs, and it was days where I'm depressed, bro, and I ain't want to be there. You don't want to be there. I want to be with my kids. I want to be home. I want to like be able to hold my kids and just lay down and just watch TV and be a couch bum for like 2 days straight. Who cares? Because I'm sitting in here just sitting around doing nothing. So it was days where it gets real. And when I used to sit down and I used to like write my music, it was a big escape for me, man. And it helped me deal with those days where I felt like I can't. You know what I mean? It's like that would drive me. I get on the phone, I talk to my kids, I come back, I write some stuff. Like it was just a routine thing for me at the time. Like, and now that I'm out, I still apply some of those techniques because a lot of shit was going on in jail. A lot of shit was going on. Pandemic, this, that, and the third, whatever. Who cares? Bro, I didn't want none of that. Deter me from what I have, like, because now that I've been out and I came, you know what I'm saying, it's like I know what I'm coming back out to. So now it's preparation, everything. That's why I'm like, so like, I mean, literally I'm kind of grinning the whole time because you don't know, like I know what I'm, I know what I'm doing now. Like, it's different. I sat down those 3 years and I really did my homework.
So kind of just like knowing where you're going.
You gotta know. It
helps you be able to deter like the naysayers. You gotta
know that people don't necessarily care about you. You know what I mean? Enough to care about how you feel or what you're feeling, whether you're gonna get mad or don't get mad. So if they get you mad, they don't care if they got you mad or not. You know what I'm saying? So you can't allow someone to get you mad. Or allow someone to bring you into that negative space. If somebody brings any negative shit around me, bro, I immediately get uncomfortable and I feel like I want to just, like, I'm straight with this. Because I don't want that in my life. I don't want people around me yelling. You know that for years, My mom yelled at us, right?
she probably yelling right now.
She probably, for years she yelled at us, right? And if my mom says anything loudly around me, I look at her like she lost her mind.
Yeah.
Have you lost your mind? Why are you yelling like that? If she, she used to whistle really loud. If she does that, I have to go outside. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Like I'm in a place where I don't need all that.
Yeah.
I don't need all the ruckus or the drama and all whatever. I don't care about the rumors. I don't care what people talk about. I don't care.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about y'all. You don't have to be worried about me.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, my advice to someone that's kind of going through where like, you feel like, man, listen, focus on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we're still placing the blame game on someone by saying, oh, they got me mad.
Yeah.
They got me upset. They made me do it.
Yeah.
No, dude, you have control of that. You lost it.
Yeah.
You gotta
you
admit
gave
that.
them control.
You gave them control.
Yeah.
Not only that, but you gave them the power to make you upset like that.
Yeah.
I ain't giving nobody that power.
Yeah.
There's only one person that gets me upset like that, and I'll be like, oh my God. Like, why? Like,
Yeah. So when's the music coming, man?
So
obviously there's no date, right? But
there isn't an official release date, but I am making announcements. I got my clothing stuff coming. You
got the team working. You got the team behind over there.
I got my team over there right now. And but yeah, there will be announcements closer to, and then there will be a release date, and there will be all the details will be specified. I'm gonna keep everybody up to date. I know I don't be on social media as much as I should be. It's just that I'm living real life right now, and I'm playing catch up. I fell behind 3 years, so I'm playing catch up. But this time, everything I do has to be impactful, and I understand that. That's why, like, now I'm adamant of, like, once the project is done and I got the project, before I even release it, just know if you're a DJ and I fuck with you and I know you, expect me, because I'm pulling up on you. I'm running up on DJs in New York, people that I know. I'm pulling up on you, and I'm giving you the flash drive, and just grab these exclusives, because trust me when I'm telling you, you're gonna want to have these. You know what I'm saying? You want to have them. And I feel like as an artist, it's only right to pay a DJ that kind of respect. Even if you got to pay him a couple dollars, it don't matter, because your job and your hustle is your hustle, bro. Ain't nobody knock that shit. So I will be rolling up to DJs and giving them my joint before anybody.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I feel
like that's part of the culture, bro.
Well, bro,
DJs gotta have the music first.
I'm looking forward to it. I have an album from you in a long time.
Yeah, but I mean, Reality Check was a mixtape, but it was an album.
Yo, Reality Check right now is in my brother's van right now. And the CD is in there.
Yo, my boy Mar one time told me, like, bro, I got that in my deck right now.
Yo, I swear to God,
in the CD changer.
If I go to my brother's house right now in Hanover and go in his van. And hit the button, and one of the 6 CDs, I got the 6 CDs in there. One of them in there. I'm telling you, man.
And that's why I feel like this time, the way I'm doing everything is going to be that much better, because see how he's still clenching onto that CD?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's it. It was a one and done. Like, nobody's going to find them CDs again unless I start printing some more out. And if I do, I have to remaster them and revisit them, because everything sounds different now.
Yeah.
Like, now when DJs play, like, I just did it what was it, on Saturday? Me and my brother, we all went out. We bumped into a DJ that was super cool. He was like, gave him the music. He played there while we was in the club.
Yeah.
What changed the whole dynamics of everything. When I heard that, I was like, wow, this is the difference between how we was making music before, how we making music now.
That's what's up. All right, well, we about to cut this up real quick. I'm getting the sign at the door, like, yo, corta, we gotta go. But listen, before we go, there's something I like to do with my guests. Just some personal questions, real quick, kind of throw you off a little bit, just to let the people know a little bit about yourself. So the first question is your favorite meal, your favorite dish.
Those who know me know, specifically, it's seafood.
Seafood?
Love seafood.
What's the spot right now?
As far as, like, for seafood?
Yeah.
Cajun boil.
Cajun boil?
Yeah, Cajun boil. They got fire.
And what are you listening to right now on replay? Like what's the track right now? Like, not your stuff.
Not my stuff.
Not your stuff.
Yeah, right. This very minute, I've been listening to a lot of Young Chimmy. I've been listening to a lot of Anuel.
Yeah.
Yengo's new stuff is fire. I love Tempo's new stuff. Bacho, like I like a lot of these people are putting out really good music right now, and I'm loving it, man. Because it's like, you know, I come from where I was limited, and now I'm not.
Yeah.
So I'm like a kid with a dictionary. I'm reading every word. So I've been listening to a lot of people, and you know, English stuff. I listen to everything.
Yeah.
I don't really have specifics right now, but I listen to everybody's stuff. I've been listening to a lot of, like I said, like my stuff and my kids and stuff. But that's about it. I've been kind of really focused
on your shit. Yeah.
I've been locked in. I ain't really been listening to the radio or nothing, you know? But Drake and 21 Savage, I don't know why they hating on them so much, because that's fire, bro. Like, I'm listening to them, like, these dudes lost it.
That's what's up, man. I remember what is it? It's a rap, man. I got my boy Rob over there.
Yeah, you know it's time. We got
y'all got work to do.
9-hour session.
But bro, thank you so much, man.
No, thank you, bro. I appreciate you having me.
And I'm coming back. After this drops. We can talk a little bit about the album. Maybe we can play some of the tracks.
Hopefully, we'll already have this on, and you know, on the release, and the videos are coming, and and we're gonna do some wild shit.
Where could they find you?
Go on Instagram, Iridio Music. On Instagram, Facebook, Hyphen Torres.
I'm gonna link everything down in the description, so you can find everything right there.
Yeah, and then my TikTok is, you know, I got $1 Million Hype for TikTok, but I haven't really been posting stuff.
Yeah, just send me the info. I'll link it in the bottom, that way people can follow you.
I just want to be able to load up good content. I don't want to be posting up just bullshit no more, like, you know.
All right, man. Oh, thank you so much, bro.
Thank you, bro. My guy. Hell yeah.
All right, man. That says a wrap.